What's up, my kingdom? Well, how's everybody doing today? But today we are checking out Pokemon Legends Z through A, the latest entry from Game Freak, developed from both the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. And yes, I did say Nintendo Switch. You do not need a Nintendo Switch 2 to play it. So, absolutely no worries there. Now, right off the bat, I've got to say, this game has a lot of reading and honestly, I'm not a big fan of that. Characters move their mouths like they're talking, but there's no voice acting, no sound effects, nothing. It just feels a little weird and kind of lifeless if you're like me and don't love reading a lot of text or anything like that. This might be a downside, but if that's okay with you, then let's keep going in. For the past few years, Game Freak's been shaking things up with Pokemon's formula. Back in 2021 with Legends Arceus that came out, it changed how we catch Pokemon. Then Scarlet and Violet in 2022 let us take on gyms in any order. Now with Pokemon Legends Z through A, they've turned their attention to rethinking the battle just a little bit. And for the first time ever, battles are real time. That means no more waiting your turn. Attacks have cooldowns. Positioning matters. It makes every fight feel fast, fluid, and way more dynamic. And I do like that concept to where you're not waiting turn by turn base. It's open. Like, attack your opponent, attack their Pokemon. That is a really cool, fun feel on this game. And I'm glad that they kind of went this route instead of the whole take turns. Now, some people may not like that at all. But to me, I find it's really cool that it's real time and not, turn based. Now, the whole game takes place in Lumoy City, the crown jewel of the Kalos region, basically Pokemon version of Paris, because this game is basically Paris. You got cafes everywhere, Kanos running through the streets, and giant prism towers standing tall in the middle. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's the Eiffel Tower. It's definitely different, though, having Pokemon games set entirely in one city, but Lumoy's is big and detailed enough to make it work. Plus, it's got history. The story takes place about 5 years after Pokemon X and Y, which really makes it feel more like a sequel than a spin-off, if you ask me. Now, catching Pokemon isn't quite as exciting here as it was in Legends Arceus. The zones are smaller and tools are very limited, but at least filling out your Pokedex is easier. You only have to catch each Pokemon once, and if you knock, one out, you actually get a free attempt to catch it. I liked how quick it was to complete new zones. I could pop in, grab the Pokemon I wanted, and move on. Pretty chill, actually. So, much of your time in Z and A will be spent battling. Actually, pretty much the whole time. And that's honestly where this game shines. It takes a classic turn-based system and flips it into a smooth, real-time format. Your Pokemon can hold 4 moves, each with its own cooldown. When you attack, your Pokemon locks in place until the animation finishes, so timing and positioning become super important. Physical attacks like Bite or Slash means getting up close, while, there are range moves like Ice Beam that lets you keep your distance and attack. So, it's like I said, the real-time play, you've really got to kind of figure it out and all that. Now, here's the coolest part. Mega Evolutions are back. It's been over a decade since we last saw them, but they fit perfectly in this battle system. As you attack, a special meter fills up. Once it's full, you can Mega Evolve your Pokemon, giving them a big stat boost and stronger moves for a short time. It's flashy, powerful, and super satisfying when used right. But if you mess up your timing, even a Mega can go down pretty fast. Now, I will just let you know, positioning matters. The other major mechanic is positioning your Pokemon. Follows you around the battlefield and adjusts depending on where you move. Sometimes dodging instead of attacking is a smarter play, especially when you know your opponent's move is super effective. It's a lot more strategic than I expected, and even though I still love the traditional turn-based combat, in my personal opinion, this real-time system is really fun to experiment with. I do like the real-time experiment, but the turn-based is still, that's your OG Pokemon nostalgia vibe. Now, I do wish the visuals were a tiny bit better for a modern Pokemon game. It still looks kind of outdated. The world design is great, but the graphics themselves feel a bit plain, and the story is still on a simple, kid-friendly side. That said, though, the gameplay loop is super engaging, the battles are fast, the city feels alive, and Pokemon management is smoother than ever in any of the other Pokemon franchises. Pokemon Legends Z through A may not reinvent the entire series, but it takes a big risk that pay off. The real-time combat is fresh and exciting, the pacing is spot on, and Lumoy City is a joy to explore. It's got its flaws, the visuals, the reading, and not much side content, but it's still one of the most fun Pokemon experiences I've had in a very, very long time playing a video game. If you love battling and want to see Pokemon try something bold and new, Legends Z through A is absolutely worth your time. I've given this game a 9 out of 10. That's my review. If you played Legends Z through A, let me know what you think down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more game reviews. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Much love. Peace.